persistence. And once the rut kicks in, anything can happen. I'm going to give it a couple minutes and then do a rattling session. Alright guys, well it's noon. It's been an extremely quiet day again. So I crawled out of the stand at 11, went for a walk, and found a couple new scrapes, some fresh droppings and things of that nature. And I have decided I'm going to move my MC2 and I'm going to pop it up on one of these new scrapes that I found. It's quite a ways away from where I'm currently hunting, so broadens my intel. It'll tell me if the same deer are using that scrape and if they are moving east to west. Just kind of gives me more detail. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna head back to the truck. I'll have some lunch, maybe an hour power nap, and then I'm gonna try and get back into the stand around 2:30, 3 o'clock. Hopefully tonight picks up. Camera wise, all the detail I have. Evenings seem to be the ticket out here, so that's what I'm hoping for anyways. I've got a doe. She's 250 yards. Just feeding in this field. She's very close to the boundary of where I have permission and where I don't have permission, so if she turns and faces the bush, I might see if I can get her. She's definitely a healthy deer. Older. That is extremely odd. She went down, dropped like a sack of bricks, and then got back up again. But here we go. It doesn't get much easier than that. "200 yards. I was able to get within 250, and And then I found this nice tree to set up in and be stable. And she worked her way towards me. I don't have permission for the main quarter, but there's a sliver in here that is still farmed, but then primarily bush, that I do have access to, that's actually public land. So I waited for her to face the bush before I pulled the trigger, just knowing that if she did run, she would run into the bush and not straight out into the field, and then I'd have issues with trying to get a hold of the landowner and tracking them down. I have searched for him before, and I can't come up with where his residence is or a phone number or anything, so. Should have been a really good shot. She dropped instantly. It's just odd that I saw her get back up again. And there's deer in the field behind me here. I better check them out. Of course, that's how it works out. Shoot a deer at the furthest reach of your permission. Just to look over your shoulder and see one. 200 yards from your truck. I'm just gonna relax here for a bit. It's only 1:30. Well, pressure's off to put some meat in the freezer. So that's good, as long as I can find her. She's not too concerned about me. There we go. She would have went in. She shouldn't be too terribly far. There's a little bit of snow, so should be able to find blood. And like I said, she dropped instantly. Here's some blood. There she is. Beautiful, healthy doe. Thank you, girl. gonna be good eating. Well, she only went 10 yards into the bush, so that's a really good thing. But I've got quite a bit of work ahead of me here if I want to still hunt the evening. I'm gonna quarter her, throw her in game bags. Hopefully I can get her in just 2 bags and leave 2 just in case, and get her packed out to the truck. Yeah, my hope is that I can sit the stand tonight and rattle a little bit. My bow is still sitting there, so, and I've got camera gear and things like that. So I'll get her quartered up and back to the truck, and hopefully the evening continues and it just gets better. Alright guys, I am fully loaded. I still have my decoy, my rifle, my harness with bear spray, my rangefinder, my calls, my lunch. I'm still wearing my tree stand harness. I'm packed to the max, and I have the entire doe quartered, chunked. Still got bone in. So yeah, I've got about half a mile. Thankfully it is flat, and I think I'm still gonna have lots of time to hunt. So if this video doesn't continue, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing this every year, multi-species, and providing viewers like you with hopefully entertainment and maybe a little bit of info here and there. So thanks again.